So we've just reached the second part of the workout,
Yeah.
which is now what you're going into. Instead of the presses now, it's going to be a bit of pulling or what?
Yes, so this press session in the Smith cage
Yeah,
is done, so I finish.
that was a good.
Yeah,
Good bit
it was good, long lasting and hard with big weight. So now I'm trying to show you to perform one exercise which I'm performing, if not on each, then on each second, every second training. So it's single arm cable press.
Okay, it seems, these are exercises that I've never really seen many people perform them before. They're kind of out of the box, you know. You don't really see many people just doing these single cable arm chest presses. I mean, what is even a single cable arm chest press?
It's I would say some derivative from maybe from ancient times, or I don't know, but it was my idea how to target my chest from a different position, from different angle, on different way, also in the same time by using my completely front part, so to use abs, to use obliques, and of course pectoralis, of course, arms. So everything is involved. Even with your legs, you have to be very stable. So it's I would say pretty demanding exercise. So I'm using my usual metrics. So I warmed up with 40.5 kilograms. Then I go second, third, fourth, fifth level. Then finally I'll try to
112 right there, right?
Yes, now it's a complete stack, so it's 112.5 kilograms for one arm. So all together, when you count, it's effect like 200,
It's quite a bit.
25 for both hands.
So, I mean, this seems like it would be quite a good exercise if, for example, you've been hitting the gym for months and months and months, and you may seem to start stagnating, and you'd like to add in an extra exercise or a couple of extra ones, because after this, you're going to show me another one, right?
Yes.
On the chest press machine.
On the chest press machine, yes.
Okay, so this would be a great one to add in.
Exactly, to add something new, to surprise the body, to make new positive shock for your body. And trust me, this exercise is very good. It works. It's giving results.
All right, great. Well, let's dive right into it and see what's up.
Let's try to do this. First, I shall fix my body because this weight is very big, so I have to be stable. That I'm not losing power.
So what's going on here? You got your back flat against the bar.
Yes.
For support.
So I put my back against this construction, so upper part of the body is stable. I spread a little bit my legs to have good balance.
Yep.
And of course start, because it starts behind. Behind my back. So of course that I have to start with both arms. Then it starts to be single arm cable chest press. Good.
Jesus. Seemed pretty intense there, Davorin.
Oh yeah, it is. But as I told you in one of previous interview, for us young people, nothing is problem.
No problems.
No problem. No problem.
Only joy.
Yeah. So after I catch some air, I shall repeat this, but of course with my left arm.
That's something I was wondering as well, because I was just doing my back in between, you know, like.
Yeah.
And I was always wondering, for example, right here, you just did one arm. you don't dive straight into the other one. You rest a little bit, get your breath, and then you go back into it, get your energy up a little bit, so you can be full power when you go into it.
It's not matter because my left arm was resting, so muscle is not tired.
Yeah.
But I consumed all my energy because I was focused, I was concentrating just to one arm, so I give all my energy, I gave all the best for me in this moment. So of course...
So one arm is like a set basically then?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Okay.
It is, and it's pretty hard. I must confess, it's not so easy.
It doesn't look easy.
Yeah.
It does not look easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right, cool. So that's something for people to know, I guess. Don't count the both arms as one set. Do one, catch your breath a little bit.
Exactly.
And then go into the next one.
Exactly. I mean, you can play in a row with small weights.
Yeah.
But then it's not. So it's like set for preparation.
Yeah.
But when you do your real working set, trust me, you need, even after, if it's half set, you need rest. You need recuperation, because if you work properly, if you work with enough repetitions, with control speed, with full power, with big weight, you need rest. You need rest, because if you can do this in a row, it's not sufficient for real muscle growth, especially if you are advanced. If your muscles need much more effort, much more resistance to do something, to grow them, to make them stronger, to make them bigger.
Intensity as well, I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You reckon that's a bit of a rest day? You take about a minute in between, do 1 arm minute?
Yeah. Usually I have this resting mechanism, or resting hour I have here. I'm listening to my body. So when my body says, okay, boy, let's go now, let's do this, I'm listening. I'm not checking the time, but it is.
You're not playing games on your phone?
No, I'm not playing the games on my phone. But the fact is, the more intensity, bigger weight, of course that you need bigger rest. In the beginning, when you are warming up, it's like a game. So you can do practically almost in the row.
Yeah.
Or with 10 seconds, 15, 20, 30 seconds pause. But with real weights, even machine must rest. Okay, so let's do this with left arm. A little bit support here.
That was going there.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Right, so I guess here you got the cable at the very top.
Yeah.
Could you lower the cable, let's say chest height, and hit a different part of the muscle? Or how does it work?
Absolutely. It could be done, but of course, with not such a big weight.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it's different way of controlling it, I guess.
It's different way. So this is not machine made for this. I just adapted this to some exercises.
To suit your needs.
Yes.
So you telling me, Davorin? So this exercise seems pretty intense, and it's something I'm gonna be incorporating into my workouts.
Yeah.
But you were telling me about another exercise using the chest press.
Yes.
So the machine. So and it's pretty interesting because this is a different variation of the chest press, and it seems like it's targeting the side part of your muscle.
Side part, exactly, side part of chest, and of course of your abdominal muscles, of course, and triceps is involved, and also pectoralis, but attacked from the other side.
So would you like to demonstrate that?
Yes.
Show us what
No problem.
what we're working with here.
Of course.
Okay. So let's say you would do of this. You would do, let's say, how many reps would you do of the exercise you just did now? The single arm cable chest press.
Cable chest press. So again, warming up sets.
Yep.
They are 15, 20 repetitions.
Right.
But working sets between 8 and 12 repetitions.
Okay.
So just on that, I'm doing minimum 10 sets. That's minimum. So 10 with one arm, 10 with the other.
Including the warm up.
Including the warm-up, yes.
Right.
So it's all together, or if you count 20 sets together,
Yep.
or 10 per one hand.
Right. Okay. All right. So it depends on the person, I guess, because like we said previously, that not everyone has the amount of time like other people may have to put in the gym, you
Yeah.
know. So let's say you're the average Joe, you see this exercise, I'd say 5 sets would probably be good. 5 sets each arm, because you know they're
Yeah.
trying to fit in different exercises.
Exactly. But of this, you count on that from these 5 sets, at least 2 sets should be moderate,
Yeah.
with some moderate weight
Yep,
to warm up to prevent injury.
for sure.
Then let's say like 3 of working sets. For one arm, that should be 1 minimum.
Okay.
Minimum.
Yep,
5. So
nice. So yeah, just make sure you warm up basically.
yeah.
Okay, show us the next exercise, Davorin.
Good.
So there's your standard chest press, basically, your
Yes.
machine.
Yes. So since I'm pretty warm,
Yep.
I don't need this big warm up.
Yeah.
So I shall start with maybe 50 kilograms on this machine. Then I can go to 80, then to the end to see how this is performed.
For sure.
So I don't know if you want to
No, let's see what's
start.
up. This, I mean,
Okay.
you're warmed up. You've been working for the past hour and a half,
Yeah.
just warming your muscles up and getting them nice and ready for this exercise. So I'm just curious to see, because you know this, like the standard way of doing this exercise is just to push it
Exactly.
on
So
your.
short. I will show you just short
Yeah.
set of this standard.
Yeah.
How people are working
Yeah.
and variation
Yeah.
of this exercise, how could be done. So standard one, usually I start with upper press. So there are possibility of 2 levels
Yeah.
without changing
The height of the
the
seat.
height of the seat. So this one is more targeting upper part,
Right.
and it's usually you have more power in this position. It's more natural than this when you are going down. So
More
you-
triceps, isn't it? The bottom one.
I beg your pardon.
Is the bottom one more tricep?
It's more attacking under.
Oh.
So you shall see
Yeah.
immediately the difference. So angle, if you see angle, my arms and my body, they are practically almost 90 degrees.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like same position when you are doing bench press, which we filmed before.
Yep.
So it's practically just almost the same movement with one difference. And this difference is that you start and you finish with narrow grip. And when you are going negative, it's open. So here at the end is very wide
Yep.
grip. So in one movement, you target huge area of your chest.
So are you a fan of this machine?
Absolutely, this machine is very good, but of course, after doing this classical bench presses or presses with single
Cable.
cable or single these dumbbells.
Oh right, yeah.
Okay, so that's
That's the standard way of
that's
performing the
standard way.
exercise.
And the other standard way of this is if you are using this lower position.
Yeah.
So you should see when I spread my arms, you should see that angle is different. So it's not more 90 degrees.
Going
Yes. So I'm like going more. I would say down.
120, 100.
Yeah, it's
90
diff-
plus, like.
Yeah, 90 plus.
Right.
Let's say 90 plus. So as you see,
Oh right, yeah, immediately.
so you feel practically the lower part
Yeah.
of your pectoralis, and of course abs. Abs are important, and they are working, and they should work in each movement.
So always contract your abs.
Absolutely for the start, because problem is for starting this position when you are back.
Right.
And it's good to go back because it's bigger amplitude, but then you have problem for the start. So you need spotter or you need your abs to be spotter to do this movement.
So tighten your abs and exhale.
Yes, exactly. And then inhale, and before you start the movement, all your valves should be closed, and then exhale with help of abs, start and do this movement. And of course, after 2-3 seconds, you go slowly back, control movement back. Okay. So now I should finish this set, and after I catch some air, I will do one derivate or one variation of this presses.
Okay. So it's, I guess it would be more of a side
Exactly.
side press,
It would be a so-called
side chest press,
side single arm side chest press.
Let's make it as long as possible, though.
Yes, make very scientific title.
Just a big ass title. All right. Okay. Well, I'm interested to see it because I've seen you perform this exercise a few times in the gym, and I've always wondered what the hell you were doing. You know, like what's he doing over there?
Yeah.
So now you can see because it makes sense though. Like it's not a natural movement that you do often. Like it's,
Well, of course, it's not natural, and somehow making this part is making resistance to this movement. You have to fight
for sure.
against this resistance, so it's new movement, is new shock for your pectoralis. So this muscle never know from which side
Being attacked.
be attacked, and with which weapon. Is it heavy artillery? Is it this machine gun?
Cannon blast, like.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So like they say, you know, keep your body guessing, keep the muscle guessing,
Exactly.
and yeah, just smash it as much as possible.
Of course. Okay.
So here we go.
Let's start. Let's start with this. So
So starting with the left.
yeah, I can start with left. So I start this movement.
Let me see where your body's positioned.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So body is practically 45 degrees. So I'm
Yeah.
not supported by my back, but for the left movement, I'm supported with my
Okay, so you're nice.
backside. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're firm. Your right hand side is firmly against the seat.
Exactly.
And here you got a bit of a gap, I'm guessing. Yeah.
So it's again the same metrics for the warm-up or preparation set. I do between 15 or 20 repetitions, and then we can go to the real working
When it's nice
sense.
and heavy.
Yes.
This looks a little bit like like a single dumbbell press,
Exactly.
but except you have more of an angle,
Yeah.
so you're kind of hitting the side part.
Yes. And here somehow it cannot happen that this what can happen with this single
The dumbbell.
dumbbell. Yes. If you are going too down, too deep, it can fall.
Yeah, you can fall off the bench,
Yes.
especially if you got weak core.
Exactly. So here you're somehow secure.
Yeah.
So it's always good to combine one and other exercise.
I'd also throw in a little bit of a tip here. If you're new to the gym, stick to the basics first, right? Don't start taking single dumbbells and trying to go crazy and look like an idiot.
Yeah, I would say when you start to going to school and start usually with letter A, then B, then C, then
Learn the alphabet before you try and write a whole
learn
sentence.
yes, the alphabet. Then try with numbers, then single mathematical operation. So it's like in life, you know, like a baby. First is playing, then it starts.
Like get to know the territory before you start.
Absolutely territory. Try to become familiar with environment, with machines. Test machines. Try to see their amplitude, kinematic of this machine, and then put more weight, create your exercises, your program, but do this step by step.
You just said something that made me think actually. What would you recommend to someone first getting involved with the gym who's never hit the gym before? Would you say start with the machines, get to know the movements, the weight that you're used to that you can lift, do a few weeks of that, and once you get it down well, like good form, good movement, good speed, all of that, once you get that, then move on to the dumbbells and stuff like that?
Yes,
Or?
I would recommend this because it's again, you know, when you start to write your first letter, your lines are not straight. Letters are more like potatoes, not like letters. So try to ask for the help of personnel to explain you how to use. What's the purpose of machine? So try to teach your body to the movement and see how the body reacts. Don't overdo. Take your time, and then when you get at least some basic power, basic knowledge, then start to work with single weight. Why? Because in the beginning you are not strong enough. So for example, try to do bench presses with this empty bar, which is 20 kilograms. But in fact, you have feeling that it's much heavier because you don't have balance. You don't have straight movement. You don't have this feeling. So probably this shall fall on you. So build some power, build some muscle, or so-called guided machines, where you should be focused to increase the power and to follow the movement of machine. Then later, go to these free weights.
So don't be afraid to ask for help.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because each good gym will have some personnel who will at least give you basic introduction. Later you can find or training partner or personal trainer who will take care about you.
Or watch your videos, Davorin.
Yeah, exactly.
Or as well, don't be ashamed of the weight that you're pushing, because that's another one I see. People, I've seen that happen to me before as well, and you look like a clown. Like you're trying to push too much on a bench, and then the bar falls in your chest, and you just look like a dickhead.
Well, it's also
It happens, right?
please leave your ego somewhere outside or put in the locker room, lock your ego and try to behave normally.
Yeah.
Because with this you can't impress anyone. Maybe yourself, but try not to do this. Because no matter how much you are trying to impress somebody, it's always somebody who is bigger, much bigger, who is much stronger, and who doesn't give a shit for this what you try to impress.
Yeah.
So
Compete with yourself.
exactly. So be normal and don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
Work properly, work honestly, and results after certain time will come.
Right, okay. Cool.
Okay, so now I shall do the second.
So again,
Second side, so now I shall start with my right arm.
so there I just noticed you get the weight off and then you turn your back. Like,
Yes.
you know, you don't start with your back.
Yes, I must establish because it's difficult to start.
Yeah.
I cannot start from this position
Yeah.
behind my neck. It's
Okay.
not possible, especially when it's bigger weight.
I also noticed you're using the lower
Yes.
grip.
It could be used at upper and lower. So I'm using also the same metrics like I'm doing in this front
Yeah.
classical presses on this machine. I'm using both of this height to attack from different
angles.
yes, different angles. Okay. So now we should try to do, after a little break, we should try to do this with real weight, so you can see difference which muscles are working. So we shall put some more weight
What we're going for here now, Davorin?
to the end. Let's go to the end.
Straight up, just
That's maximum.
maxed it out, I guess, yeah. So 100 for what? As many reps as possible, I guess?
Yes, yes. But my target is, let's say, if I can do this range, 8 to 12.
Yep.
Of course, I plan in the future to upgrade this machine, especially for this front presses. But there is the way how to upgrade this, but about this later. That would be one of our future.
It's another story.
Yes. It's simple way, but nobody wants to do this, so I should do this my way.
Take matters into your own hands.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes. Okay, so I should start now with left,
Yeah.
because we start session with left. Okay, so now put myself in proper position. So I'm going back as far as I can. Okay.
That seemed like way more, like, seemed like that wasn't too difficult for you.
Well,
Jesus.
I think it could be much more. It could be performed much more.
The beast.
If you say so, I agree with you.
Okay. But I'm saying so.
Yeah.
Alright, so now you take what, a minute break like usual? And
Yeah.
then,
After that I need a minute break.
Okay. and then you attack the right side.
Yeah, I will attack the right side. Yes.
So your average workout, I've noticed this as well. It seems like you work out for a minimum of 2 hours, minimum 2 hours, but usually 3.
Yes, it's usually 3 hours. So somehow it was not that I planned this. It must be 3 hours. But all the exercises I want to put in one training, in one group, it's sometimes even 3 hours is not enough. But more than 3 hours would be counterproductive because your resources
Are depleted.
absolutely. So you need some sugar, some amino acids, some proteins in your body, and of course a little bit of rest. And usually it's this training is composed like that. I have between 2 sessions with students. I have these 3 hours. Then, for example, now I shall finish around 5. So it means 5:30. My next student is coming. So I have 30 minutes to rest and to drink my proteins slowly, and then to change my clothes and to be ready for
For the students.
the students.
Nice.
Exactly.
All right, so you haven't really got time for a meal, basically. It's just a quick drink,
It's great drink.
maybe a bit of snack here and there, some nuts, something like.
Well, this is one of negative things. If you really want to work hard and to prepare the body for competition, you must have much more free time. Proper meals which you are eating at home, not here from the boxes, no matter that I'm preparing quality food. But if it's at home, if it's from the plate, you eat on the table, from the plate you warm up your food, and you have a little bit different atmosphere. And after meal, if you have at least half an hour or 1 hour time that you catch a little nap for digestion to recover, then you can start to work. But many times, let's say, start 10 or 10:30 in the morning, finish at 22 at evening. So practically with small breaks, just
Tough.
to eat. That's one of the reasons why muscles also don't grow so much as they could with a lot of rest. Because ideal would be 10 hours per day. Eight hours, at least 8 hours during the night. Then if you can afford yourself 1 or 2 hours during the day, it's fantastic. But this is luxury.
Yeah.
Time is luxury.
Time is, it's the most valuable resource that we have.
Yes, and the worst thing is that people who have time, who have possibility to organize their life and to train properly, they are not doing that. And they are complaining that they are tired, that they cannot do strong enough. That's the bad, and that's the sad thing.
Well, again, it's same old thing that everyone does. No matter what area you're in, whether it be bodybuilding, whether it be business, whether it be a painter or whatever, If you don't fucking paint, you're not gonna have a picture, So you gotta do something, and you gotta maximize your time to figure out when can you make it happen.
Exactly.
No, it's hard.
Good. So now I should do my right side.
Yeah.
So again, I'm preparing for pushing. Yes. Now I'm fixing my body, and let's start. And that would be it.
Jesus, that was too easy for you, Davorin.
Yeah, it is. I must upgrade this machine.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, for next video I must upgrade.
All right, so there you have it. Those two exercises, they're quite different from the standard exercises you catch people doing in the gyms. They seem like they trigger different parts of the muscle as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Different way, different effort, and it's really they are pumping their muscles. They are giving the chance really to grow up during the night after a good meal, after a lot of proteins, because they are completely targeted. So there is no place which is not in some kind of pleasant pain.
Yeah, and I mean, pain is what we're always going for when we're working a muscle. Like when it hurts, it's a good sign. And here it seems like you've hit it from a few different angles. You had the frontal, the standard bench press.
Yeah.
Then you had the single arm cable chest press.
Chest press, exactly.
And then here you got the single arm chest press.
Yes.
Whatever we're gonna call this, I don't know what name we're gonna find for it, but yeah, and from the side. So
Side.
yeah. So it's completely different. It's something that I think could probably be beneficial to a lot of people that wonder, you know, what new exercises could I throw into my routine. This seems like it could just be that.
Well, there is a lot of exercises. Some of them I can show you. Some of them already. I show you some exercises for the back, but there is also one fantastic version of pullover exercises. But about this when it would be next.
Yeah, we'll get a few more videos about this stuff.
Yes,
like
about this stuff.
Yeah. And we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna try and figure out a time with the boss to see if we could just come in here, just bang out a whole bunch of exercises. Tutorials would be quite interesting.
Yeah.
You know, just demonstrations how to do various exercises. Like we're demonstrating now, but imagine with the whole day just to like bang stuff out would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it would be. It would be, and could be easy done.
It could easily be done as well, for
of
sure.
course.
So we'll see. Yeah, that's basically it for today for the chest presses and that. So,
Yeah, I would say yes, because time is running.
Yeah.
So then it's still this pectoral fly. So I don't know. We can maybe after a short break, I can show you this
Okay.
how I perform
Time
pectoral
is
fly.
it now? It's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Okay, so that time's up or what's up?
Yes, maybe we can have 10 minutes more if you have time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to see these flies because you're saying that they're performed differently.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
So you use this machine this way, but I prefer to use this machine the same way like you are using a machine which is constructed and have these pads.
Okay.
So it means that this weight which is on the stack, if you are performing this way, it's practically, I can say, almost doubled. So it's much bigger resistance, bigger weight, and it's much more difficult to perform. Later you can test on yourself. Let's say if you do with 10, 20, 30 kilograms, try to do one way or another way.